German or English?
Okay, let's go in English.
Okay, why?
Why? Well, I have the feeling that Type 3 is renewing. There's much momentum in it, and let's try to conquer the world.
Okay, so conquer the world. Can you introduce yourself a bit?
Okay, my name is Martin Bless. I'm from Germany, living in Münster. That's right in the middle between Cologne and Hamburg. And I'm programming since 1974 with punch cards and Fortran and so. And later in my life, I wanted to work with the internet and was looking around for a content management system, and somebody said there's something new, Type 3, okay, and I tried that, and it was very difficult, very hard, because there wasn't much documentation, and meanwhile I know much more of it. I'm addicted a bit. And I'm a bit older now, and I like to see documentation grow, and I experience myself how much easier it is when there is good documentation.
What was your first Type 3 version?
I'm still administrating my first real website, and that started with 3.8.
Okay. At that time, I remember, I was told, read the code, that's the documentation. Why has it now changed? Or what do you think? What's the reason to have a good documentation?
At that time, I worked in an agency, and it was my wish to look for CMS, and then I found the PDF of the TypeScript reference, and we printed it, and we had a book of that size, and nobody understood anything of that. And so, what was your question?
what nowadays the documentation has changed from read the code to have manuals, detailed manuals, how-tos, and all the stuff. And what has changed in the last 2 or 3 years? What you said was a really big milestone of it.
In fact, since Kaspar's time, there had been documentation, but those were big open office documents, and there were only 2 people at all dared to work in those documents, and they were out of date, and yeah. So now we have a new system. We have a server with documentation, and it's easy for, well, it is easy for anybody in the community to contribute, because you can go to that website, you will find official documentation, you will find documentation for different versions, and it's separated by references and tutorials and guides and so on. And trying at the moment that there's not so much overlap, so that the workload to keep that up to date is not so large. And well, you can go to that website and you'll find a button at the right top which says edit me on GitHub, and you'll see a form with a text version of that documentation, and you can propose changes. And it's a difficult task to communicate that to the community, that it is really easy to change documentation. And that people should do that, because if only a few persons write documentation and all the others would like to read, that will not work.
So what you told us, that there's a button, all you need is a GitHub login and
yeah.
you can just do it. So that's,
but there's still
easy as 1, 2, 3. It's just like a checkout at Amazon. You can do it very easy, and everybody can do it, and should not be afraid that something could happen. Just an improvement, just a comma or just a spell check is an improvement. So
and I really love to see people. I can sometimes see that people decide to join the League of Contributors, and they start by they are seeing a word where just one letter is wrong, and they try that as a first contribution and to see if that works. And we from the documentation team try to push to merge that pull request very soon, and then we write, great, send more.
Okay, that sounds good, and that sounds sounds really promising. Is the amount of contributors increasing?
Yes.
Yes.
I really have the feeling that right now it's we have gotten to a break-even point, a breakthrough point. There's a lot more interest. People, we just had a session, and I'm very glad I can even offer a new way. People can get their own repository, their own manual, which is even easier. It's even easier than writing an email, because you only have to see your web page, say edit me on GitHub, type a word, save, and it takes 1 to 3 minutes, and the website will update. And you are learning by doing that how the process of contributing to the Typo 3 documentation works.
And the rule for the goal for version 9 is to conquer the world with Typo 3 documentation, to be the best documentation
to
open source.
CMS with the best documentation around.
Okay, we're talking about community. You're here on the community event. What do you like in Essen most? Why are you coming here?
That's quite a lot. It's a location. It's the great the great organization, but really, it's I'm enjoying to meeting the people and to having the contact and say hey, and everybody is trying to give something, to explain, and you can't do everything, and but it's really motivating.
We're talking about community, about having fun. What are you doing when you're not sitting at the computer reviewing or doing documentation or programming? So what you're doing in your offline life?
Usually I like sailing. I've joined that legal club, sailing club, even in Münster, where we only have this little Asi, but there are so many nice people as well. And what am I doing? Painting. I started painting, which I missed when I was very young, and of course going on journeys, visit other countries, and what am I doing? I like cycling. Okay. I've sold my car, and I think I'll buy an e-bike and with my wife, and then we go and.
So in the city of cycling in Münster, you're going cycling. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Martin, thank you for having you here. Thank you for the interview.
It's a great pleasure for me.
Okay, thank you.